Hi, it's Megan. I have to say it's holiday collection time, and of course I've already bitten. So I got the Urban Decay Vice 3 eyeshadow palette, which has had some mixed reviews, but I really like it. $60 for 0.60 ounce. It has 20 limited edition shadows, new, exclusive, and it is in a beautiful pouch and box. And so you can see the pouch fits really great. I mean, I love how snug it is, but yet there's a little bit of give room around this palette. And then it has this metallic shiny with a lime green packaging. And then I haven't taken you do get fingerprints because it's so metallic. I don't know, I seem to get fingerprints on every palette these days. I didn't take the mirror guard thing off because I was going to do this video. So it has a mirror, and then it has these 20 beautiful shades. And it has an eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadow brush just to get it out of the way. I really like the Urban Decay eyeshadow brushes. I like these firmer brushes for eyeshadow when you have a more pigmented line like Urban Decay. I find Urban Decay, including this particular palette, is one of those lines where I don't need an eyeshadow primer to make it look nice, apply well, and last well. So having a really precise brush, this is really great for getting the shadow exactly where you want, and this other side is really great for blending. I like the brushes, and it's kind of a cool color. I did not use it though. So this right here, normally Urban Decay shadows are $18 for 0.05 ounce. So basically this palette contains $216 worth of shadow plus the cost of the brush. And what did I think? So I read really mixed reviews about this, but for me, I really love, so I'm going to show you Vice 1 and 2 while I talk. I really liked Vice 1 and 2. So let's compare first size-wise. Vice 3, which doesn't have a 3. This is the first one, which doesn't say. This one's heavier, bulkier. Doesn't say Vice on it. The second one, Vice 2, again, heavier, bulkier. Now let's compare the shadows. It's going to be really annoying. That's okay, we can make it work. And then I'm going to go through the shadows one by one after I tell you what I think. Oh, mine's kind of messy. So, Vice 1 versus the new Vice. And N2. I had read on some other reviews that the shadow quality in the new Vice 3 was not the same as the shadow quality in Vice 1 and 2. I don't agree, honestly. I think these are really creamy. Any eyeshadow that I get has a certain powderiness to it. These were super creamy, super pigmented, and I actually was trying to get this one called Heroin, this deep blue, into my crease, and I wanted just a subtle look. I had to really blend it away over and over again because it was so pigmented. I couldn't get the subtle look I was looking for. So overall, I found these were just incredibly pigmented, very much consistent with the Urban Decay formula, if you like the Urban Decay formula, and overall gorgeous. If I were to say what I didn't like about this palette, it's what I don't like about most palettes. If you look, this are really the only, and I would even say the last one is borderline, are really the only base shades that you can put up in right under your eyebrow to kind of even out the skin tone. I really like those lighter shades. I also like the lighter shades even sometimes on my lid. So I feel like a lot of palettes, they're always going for those show-stopping shades that are really unusual and just amazing and pigmented and crazy and all that, or different, but they don't have the basic stuff you're going to use. So I guess that would be my one critique of this palette. What I thought was really amazing is they did play around with kind of little bits of glittery textures. There's a really pretty duochrome in here that I just absolutely adore, and there's not a lot of mattes in this palette. So this is a palette for people who are willing to take some risks with their eyeshadows. So these right here are kind of like form a row of really neutral shades that you can just use for every day. They're more matte-ish, although I really don't think there are a lot of true mattes in here. These right here are great for like a smoky eye. But then almost all the ones in the middle, you have some neutrals right in there. Almost all the ones in the middle, really, nah, they're really taking a risk. But you do have some of these great reddish pink burgundy shades that are showing up for fall. So when I did my pictures, I did them this way, but when I go through them in the video, I'm going to do them this way. Because that's how I usually do it. I don't know why I did the pictures the other way. First of all, Truth. This is what I have right up here. And I'm just going to apply it. Even for a really light shade, you can see how pigmented, but how beautifully it just applies and blends in. It looks powdery on my finger, but when you apply it, it's not powdery at all. This is described as a pale pink nude matte. And this is kind of a neutral to warm, mid-toned, pinkish matte. And this is one of the more matte tones of the whole palette. Next is Dragon. This is described as a bright green metallic shimmer. And this is a lighter green. It's bright, it's kind of a grass green. It almost has like a yellow undertone to it. And it definitely has that sheen. I use this as an under eye liner. And you can see applied on, it's very even and it's kind of actually subtle as an under eye liner. But it definitely has kind of a metallic sheen to it. So if you like metallic, it's probably not your shade. Vanity is described as a smoky metallic eggplant with multi-dimensional micro glitter. Right here. Right there. And this I think has almost like it's definitely plum. And it's very warm. It's almost got like a pink undertone, plum pink. It's got a sheen slightly less than the last one, Dragon. Then Alien. Okay, this I just love. This they call a pink peach. This is going to be a longer video, I can already tell. I actually couldn't photograph this one in my, it's not even showing up very well here, so look at it on my finger. I couldn't photograph this. So it's called a pink peach with golden shift. And this is like a yellow gold pink that completely changed. This is a duochrome in my definition. It changes colors. When I took the pictures, it looked really pink. When I look at it on my wrist, as I look at it shifting in the light, I don't know if it shows on camera, it goes from like a peach color with like a gold shimmer to like a pink color. Really pretty. Last, that was Alien. Last Sin. Got a lot of colors here. Last Sin right there, right here. This is described as a champagne shimmer with silver micro glitter. And this to me is surprisingly warm toned. It's a beige and it's definitely metallic. I did not have fallout with this shade. Oh, this is kind of almost metallic, but it's not quite there. And again, to me, this is a super buttery shade. This is going to take forever. Undone. This is described as a pink beige matte satin with subtle floating tonal pearl. That's complicated. So this is like a peachy beige, peachy light brown, and it's very warm undertones, and it has super little bits of shimmer, sort of, you know how, I don't know, Urban Decay does that matte with shimmer thing. This is a matte, almost, with shimmer. And it's definitely a warmer pinky, warm pinky taupe. The next one is Freeze. This is described as metallic medium blue with multi-dimensional micro glitter. And, right there. Freeze. This is a cooler tone color. It's kind of that blue, but it almost has like a gold undertone to it. I don't know, it's hard to describe this one. I guess you're just gonna have to look at it. It's like a deep medium blue, and it does have just like this gold shift to it. I don't know, kind of interesting. And it's metallic. I guess these are more metallic than a lot of the way I think of. So the next one right here, the Urban Decay. The next one is Lucky. This is close to that Penny Lane and the Vice one, in my opinion. Not exactly. It's described as a metallic bronze. And it's a frosty copper. Definitely has kind of that orangey undertone. Really pretty color. Very pretty. Then Alchemy, we're almost half done. Alchemy right there. This is described, oh, and I have, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to, I have Lucky on my lid. I wanted to do the green the kind of copper, the blue, and then I have a black liner. So next one is Alchemy. This is described as a deep fuchsia satin. This is like a pink berry, and it's got like almost, it's just a pink berry, really deep, rich. It's got, again, more of a metallic texture. These are metallic, but they're not metallic to the point of, let's say, a Marc Jacobs line, where for me, when it gets too metallic, it is too cool toned. These are metallic, but not to that unwearable kind of stage for me. Angel, right there, is described as light taupe with silver. Ooh, wrong one. I just took the wrong swatch. Clean off my finger. Let's do a different finger. Angel. Light taupe with silver micro glitter. I love this. So this is like a light medium golden taupe that actually has a warmer undertone. It's not going to show so well here, but this is like a super great color if you want just a natural look. It is a little bit metallic. This is one of the drier shades, I guess, but I still really like it. Some of these lighter shades really swatch terribly, but I think they look great on, and when I'm in a hurry and want to just put a little shadow on because I don't have time to do a real look, that's what I use. Downfall is a warm brown matte, is how they describe it, light brown matte. This is one of those taupes that Urban Decay I think does beautifully, and I love this one. This is maybe one of my favorite of the version. It's a matte finish, warm, medium toned. This is the kind of thing, again, when I'm in a hurry, I'm just going to put on my lid and it's going to be perfect, and then I just line under. Perfect for kind of a natural look or like a brighter lip. You can see some powderiness from this one when I swatched it. Heroin, deep navy blue with subtle floating tonal pearl. This one I had such a hard time in my crease getting it to not be so pigmented, just so that it didn't look too dark. This would be a great liner. But if you're really, because these are Urban Decay and they blend really well, it was able to blend away so that you see, look at the difference between my eyes and the swatch. So I thought this was a blackened navy blue. And it definitely has like little silver navy shimmer, micro glimmer, and a matte base with a little bit of shimmer in it. Rain, right here. Rain is described as a rich brown satin. This is a kind of a medium dark satin. It's definitely got a gold sheen, warm undertones. This type of color I love in the crease, and I love as an eyeshadow liner. Really pretty. I think this is one of those colors that's going to work on most people really, really beautifully. Bondage, where do they get these names from? Bondage, right there, is described as a deep smoky burgundy shimmer. So again, we're getting into kind of these reddish shades, burgundy shades. This is such a cool color. Look at that. It's like a dark purple burgundy, almost a blackened one. Look at it, it almost looks, I don't think you can even see the color, it's so dark. But you can definitely kind of mute it out a little bit. I just love this shade. I would do the most amazing smoky eyes with this. I will do the most amazing smoky eyes with this. Actually, I probably should have done this shade as one of my looks. I love the copper, and I love the blue, and I love the green. So sometimes for these videos, I'm just so excited by some of the colors. I just find a way to make them all work together, or sort of work together, because of those the colors I want to do in the video. Defy is described as a smoky taupe satin. I'm still not completely sure what satin means. It's like not quite matte, a little bit more sheen. This is a dark cool tone taupe. It's definitely kind of more gray than brown, and it's more matte than not. This is, again, another perfect color. I would use this actually to line my eyes when, just very softly, you know, that smudgy kind of thing, when I want to wear a darkened lip. DTF. I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what that means? DTF? Right there. DTF is described as a taupe matte with subtle floating pearl. Again, the matte with shimmer that Urban Decay does. And this, to me, is a neutral tone taupe. It almost has like a pink, kind of pink purple, that mauve thing that goes on with some of these shades that I seem to be the only one that sees. But this, again, is one of those that's just a great shade that'll go with pretty much everything. Broke Down. Metallic golden brown shimmer with gold micro glitter right here. And this is it. This is a golden olive brown. It has kind of green and warm undertones with a metallic finish. This one I think is a little hard to use. Really pretty though as a liner. Or kind of really blended out for me. Just because it's a little metallic. It's a little strong in a lot of ways. Bobby Dazzle. A metallic white with pale micro glitter right there. And this is really a great base for some of the cooler shades, but it might be too cool or too white for some people. I use that in my look right here just to kind of put in the inner corner of my eyes. And you can also use it on the top of your cheekbones as a highlighter. This one has kind of a, it's very metallic, very metallic. It's got a white gold thing going on. It shifts in the light. It looks more white in some lighting than it does in other lighting. Then it looks kind of gold. This might be too cool tone for some people, even though it has kind of that gold thing going on, which should make it warmer. It is very metallic. The next one is Sonic right here. And this one is described as a metallic red copper. So again, these reds that we're doing for fall. It's a bright and medium dark, kind of an orange red. It's warm. And again, it's a very frosty metallic thing. So if you don't like metallics, frosty, shimmery, as opposed to kind of that Urban Decay kind of chunky glitter thing going on, they have a lot more metallic undertones to these. More like a Marc Jacobs, right? Then the last one, Revolver. Soft black matte black satin with subtle floating iridescent pearl. And this is a deep charcoal gray. And it has kind of a silver shimmer to it. I used this to line my lashes and it did just a beautiful job. So all of these are, they wear 8 hours without an eyeshadow primer. They wear longer with an eyeshadow primer. Overall, I really like this palette, and since this is such a long video, I'm not going to say a whole lot else. If you've got questions, ask me. And I have on my lips one of the lip colors from the Full Frontal lipstick collection. It is Liar, and I'm going to do that video next. Please subscribe on YouTube. Thanks.